Guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my blog. I'm a former holistic cosmetologist, makeup artist, and fashion photographer. It is currently a super beautiful yet chilly Saturday morning, and it's going to be a very busy one. I am getting ready for New York City, so I figured it is the perfect time to start a new vlog so we can kind of do one of those pack with me kind of videos. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to pack for the upcoming days, but also what are some of my absolute favorite layers for this time of the year. It is this time of the year where it gets chillier every week, so I have a feeling we are adding more layers, exchanging layers, etc. around this time of the year pretty much weekly, and I absolutely love that. Once we're done with packing, I'll be showing you guys how I like to make my absolute favorite immune boosting drink. It is that time of the year where a lot of people have a sniffle. I am traveling, and as you guys know, if you're in a busy place like New York City, etc., you really want your immune system to be as happy as possible. I'm done doing all of that. I wanted to talk with you guys about my favorite bronzers. The last few months, I have been trying two of the most popular bronzers out there. So let's have a chat about which one works, which one doesn't, which one I would buy again, and which one I'm going to never use again. Once we're done with all of that, I'll be heading to the hair salon. I actually haven't had my hair done since, I think, April 2024, so I'm well due for a transformation, haircut, etc. I'll be showing you guys what I did to my hair in the next vlog, so make sure you tune in for that. One thing that I'm definitely going to bring is this super cute, very currently fashionable brown jacket that I absolutely love. I purchased it a few weeks ago with you guys, and I really love it, and I've been wearing it a lot. I actually recently just bought a protection spray for it on Amazon, so I'll be spraying that jacket hopefully before I bring it to New York City with me, because I would hate to get stuck in a rainstorm with this beautiful jacket. I'm also wearing the super cute straight leg high-waisted H&M jeans that I absolutely love, and a very basic white tee underneath it. So that will definitely be one of the outfits that I'll be packing. I will be wearing the jeans with some of my other tops, same with the jacket, but I really love that combination. This is the jeans without the jacket. It's just a very basic white cropped boxy tee, which definitely needs some ironing, but I'm gonna take care of that once I get to New York City. White t-shirt and denim, guys, very timeless, very cool, works all year round. I just like to layer up whatever is necessary on top. And then I'll also be definitely packing this outfit. I have a little bit more of an edgier fashion event that I have to go to. I think these pants are absolutely perfect for that. On top, I'm wearing the cable knit cardigan with the golden buttons. It is a very high contrast and definitely a mix of two very different styles. However, I really love dressing that way, and I think that combination looks absolutely amazing. The funny thing about these kind of shiny pants is that you will hand wash them, but then you kind of have to go through and wipe them down because they will actually leave water stains all over. So I'm gonna go wipe these pants before I pack them up. However, this outfit looks unbelievably cute, so you'll probably see me rock this a lot. Switch the cardigan for the super cute yellow knit sweater that I bought a few years ago and I'm absolutely obsessed with. Then I'm also wearing my favorite dark red. It's like a burgundy red with the super cute red feather here. I don't know if you guys can see the feather. Hats are a really great way to upgrade your look and to kind of elevate it a little bit. It makes them playful, it makes it fancy. However, not just do these hats look unbelievably cute, but they will also keep you warm. Most of you know we lose most of our body heat through our head. So having a hat, if it's a beanie or a felt hat like this, around this time of the year and for the upcoming few months is an absolute must-have. I really love wearing beanies, etc., but when I'm in the city, when I want to be extra fashionable, I do love to bust out a very cool hat. I'll also definitely pack this sleeveless sweater that I've been absolutely obsessed with. You guys have probably seen me wear it a bunch. I actually loved it so much that I had to get a second one. Anyways, I'm gonna definitely pack this one as well because I'm gonna wear it with a skirt, with jeans, but I could also wear it with these pants. And then last but not least, this super cute A-line skirt. I'm wearing that same sweater underneath with my very cute Michael Kors leather jacket. I'm wearing these super cute brown boots that I bought years and years ago. This outfit looks unbelievably cute. It looks very autumnal. I am absolutely obsessed with it. Now, ready to pack. I have everything that I need. The only things left are like a few makeup items. I do have a bunch of makeup there, but there's some of your absolute favorite items that you just have to bring back and forth with you. And then I'm just going to pack some shoes and some extra purses. I think I have everything that I need, guys. I will also pack some tights and maybe one thermal layer. There will be a few very rainy days that may be a little bit chillier. So I think I'm going to actually pack some tights with me, etc. I will bring these heeled boots. I will bring my black heeled boots, and I will also bring my Doc Martens. So I should be good with shoes, especially because it's probably going to rain. Hope you guys cannot hear my stomach growling because I am unbelievably hungry. Packing was a full success. Thank you guys so much for the company. Now I'm gonna go get dressed, head downstairs, and I will see you guys in my kitchen, and we will make a super yummy immune boosting tea. Let's go. Alrighty, as you can tell, we are now in the kitchen and I'm about to make one of my absolute favorite immune boosting and detoxing beverages. As you guys can tell, there is already some lemon balm here, there is some ginger and some lemon. I do have some more fresh lemon balm, which is already washed and in my teapot. And I will actually remove the lemon because I will use that freshly once I'm about to drink my beverage. When it comes to lemon, to be completely honest with you guys, I try to avoid boiling lemon or pouring hot boiling water over it. I also avoid freezing it. So when it comes to a lot of natural ingredients, they do not like to be boiled, they don't like to have hot boiling water poured over them, and they do not like to be frozen. You can of course do all of those things and you will still get some benefits. However, personally, as a holistic cosmetologist that went to school for all of this for over 2 years, I am a firm believer that most of these things you do want to treat a little bit more gentle in order to get the most nutrients out of them. I will put that lemon in once I'm about to freshly drink my tea. I will not freeze the lemon and I will not put it into the pot with the boiling hot water, even though I will show you guys how I like to pour my water, and I've pointed it out before in multiple tea and cooking videos. I like to count to 5 or to 10 depending on the ingredient and the herbs, because a lot of them again do not like to be boiled or have hot water poured over them. Now, there is no health danger to it or something like that for doing that. You're just gonna lose some benefits. So I will not be doing that. The thing that a lot of people always keep asking me is the ginger peel. Should you peel your ginger or not? You absolutely should not peel your ginger if possible. However, if your piece of ginger looks very dirty or you're not trusting the source where it came from, etc., that is definitely one reason why it's unbelievably important to buy organic ginger. If you don't have organic ginger, I'm not sure if I would always trust the peel because there may still be some residue, etc., from the fertilizers and the soil, and I don't know if I necessarily want to consume that. This ginger is actually a very organic ginger. I absolutely trust the source. So I'm gonna brush it and then cut it into pieces. The only reason why I haven't done that yet is because I also get the question a lot, how much ginger to use. So my measurement for ginger is a thumb size. Let me show you guys. This is how I measure it, pretty much one thumb size. So I will cut it right here, wash it, peel it, and then we will continue making this. So I now chopped up my ginger and now I'm gonna pretty much put everything plus licorice root into my teapot. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about the ingredients that we are gonna use today and why are we using them. So the main ingredients that I'm gonna be using here today is gonna be lemon balm, ginger, I'm gonna use some turmeric, which I have to still grab, and then we're also gonna use some cayenne pepper. So let me tell you a little bit about the benefits of all of these ingredients. Let's talk health benefits, guys. I'm gonna start off with the ginger. So again, just like mentioned, if it's possible and you got the ginger from a safe source, make sure that you do not peel your ginger, as the peel has a lot of antioxidants and fiber in it that are actually not found in the ginger. So you definitely want to make sure to consume that ginger peel because there are other nutrients in it that are actually inside of the ginger, and you want to make sure you get all of them. Please again make sure you wash it very properly. So when it comes to the health benefits of ginger, it is a very known remedy when it comes to anything digestion system. That could be nausea, a stomach ache, whatever it may be. Ginger is going to definitely be your best friend. I also recently read online that a small amount of ginger is actually also safe to give to your dogs. when they have an upset stomach. It pretty much said a teaspoon or two of ginger tea. I personally have not done that, and if you do that, I would absolutely talk with your vet first. However, that may be something that is helpful to your pets if needed. To quickly brush up on some of the other many benefits of ginger, ginger is an anti-inflammatory. It may lower your blood pressure and cholesterol. It may help you as a pain relief for migraine, menstrual pain, etc. I've personally actually tried it before for both of those, and it really, really does work. It's also an immune booster, detoxifier, and it may improve your brain function. But again, you really want to make sure you consult with your doctor before adding any new supplements, etc., or any new foods into your diet, especially if you have underlying health conditions. For example, ginger is absolutely not recommended. You're supposed to really avoid it when you are pregnant. Of course, also many other health groups that should not be consuming ginger. So again, I will repeat this over and over. You have to make sure to consult with your doctor because ginger is a very, very strong ingredient, just like pretty much all the other ones that we are going to use today. The next ingredient that I'm going to talk about is turmeric. I've already actually put mine into my teapot. I'm going to show you guys in a moment. Turmeric has also a lot of health benefits. Did you know that turmeric is actually in the ginger family? So those two are actually related. That's probably why they also share a lot of health benefits. Turmeric, just like ginger, is an antioxidant and it's anti-inflammatory. On top of all that, it may also boost your memory and help with depression. You definitely want to make sure you stay away from turmeric if you're taking any kind of blood thinners like aspirin, etc. So again, it is a very, very potent ingredient. You have to make sure that it is safe for you to consume. The ingredient that I'll be using is going to be cayenne. Cayenne is known to boost your metabolism. It supports the fat breakdown. It's good for your heart health. It is an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory. When it comes to things that boost your immune system and are detoxifying, etc., you want to make sure that it has antioxidants and it's anti-inflammatory because that is what's long-term going to help you to stay healthy, and that's going to help your body to get rid of a lot of extra inflammation, etc. That's pretty much just causing extra stress to your body, extra stress to your system, and is really, really not good for you. When it comes to cayenne, on top of being an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, it boosts your metabolism, it supports the fat breakdown, and it's also good for your heart health. I personally absolutely love cayenne. It's one of my absolute favorite flavors in food, but also in teas. The other thing that you guys here see is a lemon balm. So lemon balm is also an antioxidant, it's anti-inflammatory, but lemon balm is also known to be very good for your stomach, any sort of stomach issues, from nausea to stomach ache to bloating, etc. It will also help you, excuse my language, to chill the fuck out. A lemon balm is known to relax you, it calms you down. It may reduce certain yucky feelings that you will get from being anxious, depressed, etc. So highly recommend if you can't sleep, if you have insomnia, maybe you just have a lot of stress, you definitely want to add lemon balm to your diet. I got my lemon balm from my garden, but if you do not have a garden, you do not have an herbal garden, you can literally start growing lemon balm in your windowsill. It's very, very easy. I actually have something super fun about growing plants coming up in a few weeks, so definitely make sure you tune in for that. So I will now put all my ingredients in my teapot, boil some water. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to wait 5 to 10 seconds before I put it over my mixture. When it comes to your healing herbs, it's very, very important that you pay attention to the temperature of the water again. Also, it is not always the more the better because certain kind of herbs do not want to be mixed with other kind of herbs because that will actually either cancel out the benefits or it will kind of take away a little bit from it. Plus, all of these herbs and all of these ingredients are actually really, really strong. So I wouldn't make a mix where I just put in everything that I can possibly find because it may just be a little bit too much for your system. And you really want your system to take these ingredients and these benefits in one by one so they can really unfold their full magic. If you have 5 to 10 different ingredients in these teas, it is absolutely possible and it'll be very delicious and very, very beneficial for you. However, it is a lot for your body and there's like a lot going on at once. So in order to get the full effect out of all of these ingredients, I don't like to mix up more than 3 to 4. When it comes to herbs, I'm actually very, very cautious what I mix up with what. Certain herbs love to be mixed with other herbs and other ones do not. Some ingredients may boost each other, like they make each other stronger, like the whole vitamin C iron thing in food. However, it can also go the other way. While my tea is doing its thing, I figured it is a perfect time for us to talk a little bit about bronzers. If you're anything like me, you want to keep that glow, tan, etc. going throughout the year, not just for the summer season. Use bronzers in summer and in winter, fall, etc. The colors may differ a little bit. In summer, I do get a tan, so I need definitely a bronzer that is a little bit darker. And during the coldest seasons of the year, right now, I can already see my tan going a little bit away. I need a little bit of a lighter bronzer. If your bronzer is too dark, it may appear reddish, etc. So you do want to make sure to switch your bronzer up depending on how your tan is. If you never go into the sun in summer and you're one of those people that really protects their skin and avoids the sunlight, then you can definitely use the same bronzer all year round. However, if you tend to get very tan and you also love to use self-tan drops, etc., you definitely want to switch those up and have two going. So the two bronzers that I picked for this review are the Christian Dior one and the Saei one. I read up on a lot of blogs, beauty magazines, etc., and these two seem to be very popular currently. I used both of these daily, so I already had to repurchase them. They lasted me about 2-3 months each of them, and I did use them pretty much alteringly depending on where I'm going. So the first one is the Christian Dior one. The other one is from a brand called Saei. I actually had to look up how you pronounce it to not butcher it. So these two seem to be very popular. I read a lot of beauty magazines, blogs, etc., and these two seem to be the go-to. So one big difference when it comes to these two products is the consistency. This one is a powder, it's infused with hyaluronic acid, and this one is a cream bronzer. Both of these products have pros and cons when it comes to their consistency. When it comes to the price, this one is about 1/3 of the price, maybe even 1/4 of the price of this one. So there is a very big price difference in them. To give you guys a little bit of a background, I am, as you guys probably heard in the beginning of the video, I am a former holistic cosmetologist and makeup artist. I actually used to work for Christian Dior for many years. However, nobody's paying me right now for this review. Nobody's paying me to favor any of these products. I'm literally just sharing my personal experience with you guys. Let's talk packaging because it does matter. One is the absolute winner when it comes to the design, guys. Just look at this beautiful leather cover. Look at the nice typical Christian Dior stitching and then the beautiful logo on top. It is very high-end, very high quality. I also must honestly admit that I dropped this twice and nothing happened to it. I definitely had powders before that when you drop them once, it's over. As many of you know, I also used to work for Chanel. So funny fact, Chanel powders are actually baked. So when you drop them, nothing will happen to them. Anyways, I dropped this one a few times. I'm very sorry, but nothing happened to it. Like the powder did not come loose, nothing. When it comes to the inside, it has the mirror. It has the Dior logo here written in small. And this is the powder itself. It comes in that, it is pressed in that super beautiful print one. Should have probably taken you guys a photo when this one was brand new. However, it's an honest review. I've been using these products. I used this already for a month, but if you buy this brand new, the inside pretty much looks like the cover. It has this beautiful Dior pattern in it and then the logo in the middle. The Saei one is definitely a little bit more simpler when it comes to the design. However, it is very good quality. Like this is really sturdy. I haven't dropped it yet to make a drop test for you guys. However, I have a feeling that I will at some point, and if something happens to it, I will share it with you guys. So when it comes to the inside of that one, guys, this one is pretty simple. It literally is all that you need, just your cream bronzer. There is no mirror or anything with it, which would be kind of practical, especially because it is a bronzer, so you will most likely reapply it throughout the day. However, this product did blow my mind for the price point. It is actually called the Sun Melt. It is called the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer, and the color that I picked is medium bronze, which I really like. So let's talk about the colors, guys. Let me actually open both products up. Let's talk colors, guys. The Saei one, I must honestly tell you guys, is a little bit reddish. I did notice that kind of right away when I applied it. However, the first time I purchased this product, it was April, May, so I had no natural tan going. Once my natural tan kind of developed, it didn't seem as red anymore. So I don't know if you would maybe take a lighter color if it would not appear as red. Anyways, I did not like that about it. I had a feeling that wherever I put it, it did add a lot of red to it. As many of you know, I am a drummer, I am a model, I do a bunch of acting. If you have anything where you know that you will sweat and you'll be out and it will be hot, etc., this product does melt very, very well with everything else and every other product that you're using. Because for example, if you're having a sweaty beach day and then you try to apply some powder on top, it's gonna instantly be patchy. However, this one, because it is creamy, it does not end up being patchy. It does kind of melt in with your sunscreen, with your moisturizer, etc. However, if you have it on for a little bit, I did notice that it kind of starts swimming away, as I like to call it as a makeup artist. It kind of starts to move a little bit around. So it doesn't stay exactly where you put it. So for example, if you want to use that to contour your nose, etc., it'll move a little bit, the product. So that is the one thing about it that I didn't necessarily super love. However, the Dior one does not do that. If you apply the Dior one at 6:30 in the morning, by the time it's 6 in the evening, you still look amazing. That product has gone nowhere. Now, if you are sweating, etc., if you're on the beach, if you're drumming, you have a shoot or whatever it may be, and you need to add some more on top to kind of mattify it a little bit more, it does work very well. However, I would absolutely get rid of the excess oil on your face first before you refreshen with that product, or it may end up being a little bit patchy. However, this time of the year where it's not very, very hot anymore, you're not wearing layers and layers of sunscreen that you have to reapply all 2 hours, it may work a little bit better. When it comes to color, the Dior one is definitely my favorite. When it comes to if it stays where you applied it, the Dior one would be my absolute favorite. However, when it comes to melting products in with the products that you're already wearing underneath, for example, if you are wearing sunscreen, you are wearing moisturizer, you're on the beach, it's hot, you're going to reapply stuff, etc., I would absolutely go with the Saei one because it will literally melt in with all of your products. You will not end up being patchy. Even if you have to reapply it, it will just continuously melt with your product. Will it eventually, after a few hours, end up moving a little bit around your face and swimming a little bit around? Yes, it will. However, if you are on the beach and if you are having a hot day, that's kind of just the price to pay. I did try it with putting finishing powder underneath it to see if I can kind of avoid the moving of the product. It did work. However, I did take away a little bit from the melt benefit that this product has. Just to sum that up again, for when it comes to what lasts you longer, it's probably the Dior one. What is better to refresh after a few hours? It's probably the Saei one. Now, let's talk skin types. You tend to have a dry skin, or if you're kind of a little bit worried about fine lines, etc., I have a feeling the Saei one may work a little bit better for you. If you have fine lines, etc., and you add powder on top, it sometimes makes the appearance of those a little bit worse. So this one is infused with hyaluronic acid. However, if you're concerned about fine lines, wrinkles, etc., I always recommend you to stay more with a cream bronzer, because powders do tend to dry out your skin a little bit, especially the mattifying ones. So after a little bit, those wrinkles and lines just may appear a little bit deeper because of the dryness. I always tell my clients, think about grape raisin. Grape raisin, when it comes to moisturizing your skin, taking care of your skin, the appearance of your skin, always think about the grape raisin thing, guys. It'll add some powder on an already dry area that has fine lines, etc. It's just going to accent that. It's going to look way, way more. However, if you use a product that's kind of melting in a little bit more, it's going to do the opposite. That's as far as aging skin goes. When it comes to breaking out, I know a lot of people tend to break out from bronzers. When it comes to breaking out in bronzers, you have to keep in mind that your bronzer is like your, I don't know how many product that you are applying. On a perfect day, you probably are wearing a serum, you're wearing a moisturizer, you're wearing sunscreen, you're wearing a primer, you're wearing foundation, you're wearing probably your contouring, etc., your blush and all of that, your finishing powder, and then on top of it, you're applying your bronzer. So it is just the many, many layers that are on your skin that can definitely cause some clogged pores, and you will end up with some impurities breaking out, etc. So when it comes to oily combination skin that tends to break out, I would highly recommend you stick with the powder. I could see this one, if you do not remove it properly and you do really layer it up over other makeup, etc., I could see how it will end up clogging your pores and maybe making your skin look not as happy as you would want it to. So if you have acne prone skin, if you have combination to oily skin, I would definitely recommend you go with the powder. I personally have oily combination skin, and I used to have really bad acne when I was younger. Actually, up to a few years ago, I was really dealing with a lot of acne related issues, which I know that a lot of people do, so maybe I do a vlog about it where I just talk a little bit more in depth about that. Anyways, if you have combination to oily skin, you want to stick with the powder. If your concerns are more aging, dryness, etc., you want to stick with the Saei one. So as you guys can tell, there is many pros and cons for both products. Which one would I repurchase, guys? Leave a comment if you have a guess. It will be the Dior one. I absolutely love it. It lasts me really long. It is the perfect peachy tone. As you guys can see, I'm wearing it right now. Nothing is red. Everything is very nice, peachy. It's like a warm, neutrally kind of tone. I really love it. It doesn't look like I just applied a lot of bronzer on my face. Even if you see the difference with my face and my neck, there is not a big difference. Guys, which one would I repurchase? The Dior one. I absolutely fell in love with it, guys. It definitely worked the best. It has the best color. I love the design. I love that it has a mirror on the inside. I love that when you drop it and nothing happens. It doesn't make me look orange. I love that it doesn't swim in my face. I love that it doesn't clog all my pores. I really love that I don't have to reapply it. I really love makeup, and I have a job where I have to look very representable at all times. However, I do not like freshening up my makeup. You will barely see me freshening up my makeup unless it's my lipstick or my lip gloss or something is really off. I am definitely not one of those people that likes to go to the powder room every hour to freshen up, look in the mirror in the car and finish up their makeup or freshen it up. I want to do my makeup in the morning, and then I want it to be good until I remove it in the evening because I have very busy days. So the absolute winner is Christian Dior, and I'm not saying that because I used to work for them and I absolutely love everything Dior, but it just really worked better. However, if you are looking for an alternative, because sometimes you put on your makeup because you're going to a shoot, you put on your makeup because you're going out with your girlfriends, you're going for dinner or whatever it is like you're going out, you want to really look your best. But sometimes there are times where I'm heading to my yoga class, I'm heading to the grocery store, the farm stand, I'm just running errands, etc. In those moments, I really do not need a makeup that takes a lot of time, and I definitely don't need the most fancy, most expensive product. On those days, I will still absolutely opt out for the Saei one, like I have been, especially if I'm not wearing foundation, etc. If it's really just moisturizer and sunscreen, this one just absolutely melts in perfectly. This one may end up being a little bit patchy if I don't have anything underneath. So, long story short, I will be repurchasing both of this again. My absolute favorite is the Dior one. However, I do love the Saei ones, especially for certain occasions. When it's really hot, I'm quickly just running errands, etc. And I'm not wearing anything underneath because it doesn't end up being so patchy because it kind of melts in with my skin a little bit more. Alrighty guys, that was my very honest review with a very clear winner. However, I'll be keeping that one around too. So if you guys have any further questions about these two products or any beauty product in general and you want to maybe talk about some products, please feel free to leave a comment or send me a DM on Instagram. I would absolutely love that. Alrighty guys, that was a lot of yapping. I'm now gonna get changed again, and then I'm going to head to the salon. However, I do not want this vlog to be super long, so I think this is a great spot to kind of wrap this vlog up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. I did, as always. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. Until then, take care. Love you. Bye.